Good morning and praise the Lord. In my last message, I spoke about the responsibility for those who are spiritually strong to civically engage in our society through voting. This is necessary to ensure that those that seek to represent us hear our desires, our motivations, and intents to be heard. For them to understand that we will be heard and that what they decide in the halls of government carries with it accountability. As we approach this voting season, it is imperative that we decide what we are for as opposed to just what we are against. We must decide first what we want to build and, if necessary, protest against what we have not received. Understanding what we want to build begins to define the future we wish to have for our children and our children's children. It begins to define the character and content of our society at large and our communities in particular. The whole idea of understanding what we want to build not only defines the conversation around our desires and intents before the election, but the conversation and their accountability after the election. Dr. David Bates of the Olive Branch Mission once said that we in the human services business manage people in their condition. And if you manage someone in poverty, that's where they stay. It is my belief that no one intends for their children or their children's children to remain structurally in poverty. Our motivation must be to contend with the giants of our generation and not to leave them for our children and their children. In Romans 13, it reads that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. The night is far spent and the day is at hand. Let us therefore cast off the works of darkness and let us put on the armor of light. This text can be loosely applied to the apathy, lack of concern, and dismay for those who have not engaged in the process of voting. Not to vote in correcting those actions that some consider an outrage is nothing short of walking in a form of darkness with no intentions of awakening out of sleep. There are those that would ask, what should we build? What other things should we architect in our minds that will allow us to speak concisely to the issues that confront us? There are 4 building blocks to any community. These are education, safety, economic development, and health and human services. These 4 building blocks are the same building blocks whether you live in rural America, suburban America, or urban America. In wealthy communities, the government invests in education and economic development and therefore have lower safety needs and lower human service needs. Where there is minimal investment, there will also be minimal return and productivity. Therefore, our primary interest is for our government to invest where there is the greatest need, and not to maintain the poor in their condition, but provide mechanisms and apparatuses for equal access and opportunity for all citizens. Over the next 4 Sundays, I will seek to define each of these building blocks in an effort to increase your awareness of the issues and their remedies. Again, thank you for allowing me this time to enter into your homes and in your hearts with a message of transformation. May God bless you and may God keep you. And please join us in our worship service. May God bless you and may God keep you.